Aloha and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me, for being here. I am Kapualani and I appreciate your sacred presence. This is going to be an all signs reading, starting with the Scorpio sign, just based on the current season that it is Scorpio season. And so before we dive into Scorpio season, I just want to let you know that this will not have, for those of you who are familiar with my readings and my work, especially here on YouTube, there will not be an extension. There will not be a part 2 to these readings. I'm just going through each zodiac sign accordingly. But I am here for you if any of those readings should resonate, because I do encourage you to check out your sun, your moon, your rising at the very minimum. Definitely your, obviously, sun, but your moon and rising. And if it's savvy to you, if you are interested and you'd like to look into your other aspects, I do encourage you to check out like your Venus, your North Node, maybe even for those who are familiar with the South Node as well. South Node, what you are karmically like moving past, your North Node, your destiny. Okay, so I'm holding space in that regard for those areas and aspects. If you are a current subscriber, thank you so much for your subscription. If you have not subscribed, if you the first time you're joining me here, then I welcome you to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, so it gives me an idea of whether or not I should continue with these. But at any rate, let's dive in. So Scorpio, this is your season, and it's a very powerful season for the collective. Okay, while these readings are timeless, we do have some turning points, some major collective turning points. And I think it's November 15th or the 18th, things of that nature. But nevertheless, again, I digress. Scorpio, let's see what we've got coming up for you. Okay. Scorpio, need to know Hangman. So there are some things that maybe feel stagnated. Maybe you're having to look at life, look at yourself, look at your current situation, circumstances, maybe even your relationships from a different perspective. There may be some things that definitely feel as though they are on hold or that they've been on hold. But just keep in mind, Scorpio, that anywhere, we want to make sure when we see the hangman, there's an awareness that, this hangman intentionally has suspended himself or, themselves, herself, whatever the case may be, put themselves into that state of suspension purposefully for the intention of seeing things from a different perspective. You're seeing people, places, and experiences from a different perspective. On the other hand, you may also feel that your world's been turned upside down, and so you're being forced to look at things from a different perspective. You're being forced to integrate, to either hold back. That's another thing that I'm hearing, is just make sure that there's that balance where you've been holding back. Meditate, pray, whatnot, gain that clarity and perspective that this time is allowing you. But let's see what maybe any challenges are. The Empress. So on the abundance front, the wealth, the home front, I want to say part of the challenge could be that maybe you're not feeling so comfortable with your wealth, with your health, with your abundance, with your prosperity, with your ability to experience some form of core independence. There may be some things that have been very unstable in the home front, or dealing with the home life, with your career, with your ability, again, to stand on your own, to provide for yourself. And conversely, that may be also part of the challenges that maybe you are able to. Maybe you definitely, Spirit's telling me, don't overlook the fact that in spite of how things may appear, in spite of how things may feel, the world's a little crazy right now, you are actually like in a good position. You are in a strong position, even if you cannot see it. Okay, even if you can't see it. So let's keep going here and get some guidance on what you may not be seeing. King of Swords, the power that you wield. The power that you wield here with the King of Swords in terms of, I want to say, for whatever reason, I'm hearing that this is a time to really focus on your mental stability and strength. Really harness your power to look at things from a logical perspective. Again, there's something here about the perspective and trusting your knowing, but also trusting your ability to wield that power, wield that sword, make decisions, speak your mind, speak your truth, right time, right place. There's a wisdom that the King of Swords has inherently, okay? A wisdom and a responsibility to the bottom line. So I'm feeling a lot of these energies of responsibility. You know, these major arcanas tell me that there is some karmic stuff, another major arcana with temperance. So let's go back to the signs in terms of how this reflects. Pisces, I believe, with Hangman. Taurus with the Empress. With the air energy here of the King of Swords. I'm gonna get this at some point to know which exact air sign this is. But Gemini, Libra, Aquarius with the King of Swords. So this could be timings. These could be people in your life, in your energy field that you're dealing with in the circumstances. We got Sagittarius energy here with the Temperance card, as well as Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael is here to tell you, especially in this position of the advice and your position of power, that your guardian angels are watching over you. If you're feeling, or rather if you're struggling in any which way, this Temperance energy is telling you to call in Archangel Michael for that support. There's an energy also here with Temperance of having to keep your eye on the prize, your eye on the ball. You know, there's something that is maybe taking a little bit of finesse, and so you're wanting to be mindful with your words, with your actions. You're wanting to slow down, especially where you might be feeling very heated or very like wanting to rush or jump into a conclusion, and vice versa. If you've been very lackadaisical about things, if you've been holding back and just sort of been passive about things, this may be that time to start to shift and move the energy a bit. But overall, it's reminding you to look at things from a space of integrity. There's a higher awareness, a higher knowledge, a higher power that is streaming through in your consciousness, whether this is your higher self, whether this does deal with, I feel like it's your higher self and like guardian angels. I feel like there are some just downloads that you may be receiving about your future and future stability. Card fell out on the side here. We've got actually a few cards. I will reveal these for you, though usually I'm like, oh, we'll see. But we've got the Three of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and that Queen of Cups. And so sitting in your power with this High Priestess energy, we've got that Cancerian energy. This could sort of lean also into your own energy, although I do see this is Cancer for sure. But the water energy here with the Queen of Cups, Scorpio, Pisces, you know, Cancer, that sort of thing. This Three of Pentacles is saying to focus on the collaborations, even if it's felt a little bit at odds with life itself, with your work, with your career, with relationships, you know, partnerships, whatever the case may be. It may, you know, it doesn't have to be in those specific areas. This is about a joining together of either resources. This is about, you know, physically being supported, reaching out and knowing that you're not alone here. Okay. There is a mindfulness though to keep certain details to yourself so that you yourself can understand whatever it is that you are emotionally needing, okay, right now, especially. This may be a time to draw some boundaries and to be, again, like when we talk about alliances, for example, you want to be clear in those alliances. I don't think anything necessarily shady or negative. I mean, it may feel that way at times, but this is where this High Priestess, this Queen of Cups, the Three of Pentacles here, you know, you may be wanting to focus more on and clearing things, the purification of things. There may be some information that is being withheld from you or that you yourself are withholding. And so that's where, you know, these energies are sort of saying it's not in the way of playing games at all. But this is about just tuning into your empathic, intuitive side and trusting, leaning into that empathic, intuitive side. Anywhere that you're experiencing fears or doubts, we want to remember with this King of Swords here to stand firm in the higher ground, stand firm in your logic and in your awareness. But because this is also an energy that we're cycling out of, you want to trust your heart, your instincts, your intuition, especially when it comes to just those day-to-day decisions, interactions. And again, I'm just coming up with that word, alliances. Okay, Scorpio? So I'm going to close up here. But as I mentioned earlier, if you caught that intro, I do encourage you to check out your other aspects, your moon, rising, Venus, North Node, South Node, child, whatever the case, maybe even your Jupiter, you know, whatever planetary energies or influences speak to you. But I am here for you. If you would like to take this reading deeper with a personal reading of your own, just visit me and select either pre-recorded or live at Kapualani.com. So thank you so much for being here. Okay, we are shifting gears and we are focusing now on Sagittarius. So hello, Sag. I hope this finds you doing well. Let's tune in here and see what Spirit has in store for you, what the messages are. Keeping in mind, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you're seeing this, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. We've got the Page of Cups opening things up with the Six of Cups. So this is sort of touching back on, I want to say, like your inner child. There may be some connections, comforting connections, soulmate connections, friendships. You know, it doesn't have to necessarily be these major love relationship connections, although I won't throw that to the side. But my point is here, there's something that may be, I'm actually hearing triggering that childlike energy or just things from the past, memories from the past, connections and relationships from the past that you could be reflecting on. You could be in a space of, I want to say there's new beginnings that are potentially here. There's an opportunity to possibly reconnect with friends or loved ones that maybe you haven't spoken to in a while, but that you do, you know, you have some history with perhaps. And if this could be even new connections, new ways of communicating, maybe just with people that have already been in your life, but new connections that could be coming in that feel like soulmate connections. Okay, that's something very much coming through right now. But let's see what the challenge is. Two of Cups. So there's a lot of this emotional stuff coming up with the Two of Cups. I don't know if there is a relationship connection, that maybe there is a struggle in the dynamic. If you're single, this could be that you're just tired of being alone and you're ready to sort of mingle, put yourself out there. Maybe you're ready to connect with a soul partner, you know, soul mate. What I'm feeling especially is again, if you are single, don't hesitate to reach out to, again, those connections, those people who feel like soul family, okay, for that comfort. Because I'm getting like there may be a bit of heartache with the Two of Cups being in a challenging position. You yourself may be having difficulty trusting your heart. Okay, so let's see what you may not be seeing, something that may be hidden from you, but that may be benefiting you to reflect upon. For Sag, that's too many cards, Spirit. We didn't get that one. Well, we'll look at it. I know you want to look at it. So there's the Two of Swords here. So there are some things that I feel like where you may feel like a little trigger happy or wanting to sort of okay, if you've been feeling trigger happy about something, or if you've been feeling really like restless about something, this is where it benefits you to pause and breathe. The other reminder here, though, is don't be afraid to see what's there. Don't be afraid to remove the blindfold. This energy of the Two of Swords would encourage you to gather more information before making a decision. So being a little bit zen or meditative about whatever it is that's going on is going to benefit you most. Wow. There's a lot of action, energy, activity. I see the Sun card here peeking out. So whatever is hidden will be revealed. We've got some 2 and 2 here. We've got the Lovers here, the Four of Cups, the Page of Wands. I'm going to put these all together. You've got a number of cards and messages that are wanting to just fly out here, Sagittarius. And so predominantly, okay, with these energies, there may be a connection. You yourself, again, if you're single, you're wanting a connection, you're wanting something more serious. Maybe you're tired of dating. Maybe you're tired of just kind of, I'm hearing like waxing poetic about love or about the future and in terms of your comforts. Like, for example, if love just really, you could care less about it right now, then it's really about creature comforts, feeling satisfied within yourself. And so, you know, this Lover's energy here, the Four of Cups, the Page of Wands is telling me there may be some answers, there may be someone, there may be some signs that are like right in front of you, right under your nose, but that you're not quite seeing. And that if you haven't seen them, this Lover's energy is telling me that whatever direction you're heading in, there may be some sort of significant shift in things where you're graduating from one level of being to another. So if you are in a relationship that's been a bit more casual, even if you've been seeing each other for a while, but it hasn't quite been committed, this could be a sign of things moving to the next level. Maybe you've been already present to that, but it's just been a matter of time. I get the sense that when things do start to move, it's going to move very, very quickly, okay? So just remember that. Out come the Moon energy here. Now, with all this water energy, you know, it is Scorpio season. It doesn't have to be when you're seeing this, okay? But just having said that, there could be a significant Scorpio in your field, in your realm. If not, I would suggest that if you do have a Scorpio aspect in your chart, you check out Scorpio's reading, okay? But otherwise, the other water energies, Cancer and Pisces. So there may be something significant with Pisces season, or again, maybe a Cancer, Pisces, or again, a Scorpio could be someone that's in your field. It could be having an impact on you that you could be worried about. Let's just say even that's just what came through. I get the sense that, you know, with this Moon energy kind of in an outcome position, while things may still be a little bit unknown, you're really having to go into your heart and navigate from a space of intuition. I'm getting it again. Don't jump to conclusions. There's something here that's in a state of transformation or transition that you're just going to have to follow your senses on. There's another thing that I'm getting here for you, Sagittarius, where it's going to benefit you to take it slow. This is a time to really tune into your own instincts, okay, when it comes to making major decisions. I'm also getting that it may benefit you to withdraw, to hold back if it does come to disagreements or with these page energies, like petty arguments. You're going to get past it. Petty inconveniences, even if there aren't any arguments externally, anything that you're struggling with internally, you're going to get past, but it's going to benefit you to sort of, and you know, the month aspect with the moon, from one lunation, one cycle to the next, it may benefit you to just allow for things to pass before jumping to any conclusions, before making any strong decisions. Although there is a significant shift, again, a significant either decision or change, transformation that is available and underway. So I encourage you, Sagittarius, if this reading does speak to you, if it did speak to you and you'd like to dive in deeper, visit my website, Kapualani.com. I do have live and pre-recorded readings available, but I again suggest that you visit your other aspects, your moon, rising, Venus, north node, if it speaks to you, your south node, that sort of thing, okay? And thank you so much for being here, Sag. Capricorn, I hope this finds you doing well. Thank you so much for being here. Let's dive into the cards, Capricorn, and get your message for this timeless reading. Even though we are in Scorpio season, whenever you're seeing this, as I always mention, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Okay, so let's see what your message is. What is the path that you're currently on? Wow, that just popped out there. We got the Six of Cups. So there may be some things dealing with childhood, with your past, things that are putting you in a space of reflection, contemplation about things of the past, people and connections from the past. You may be feeling very nostalgic right now. The world, maybe your world's feeling upside down, because that did show up in reverse, so I'll just keep it that way. There may be some things that you're feeling a little bit stuck on, or some cycles that you've been wanting to close, wanting to clear up, but that they're just taking their sweet time. I know that for Capricorns, it has been quite intense, because I believe it was Pluto in Capricorn or something, and it's going from Pluto in Capricorn, I think, right, to Aquarius, into that age of Aquarius type thing. So just try to get through this. I feel that, you know, if you're watching this in the right timing, that November, I believe it's 18th, wait for that shift, okay? That shift is going to open up the collective to some new beginnings, new perspectives. Things should be lightening up. Your luck, if things have felt like you've been down on your luck, should be turning around. I know that you've been waiting for this and it's felt a bit stuck. Now, the other thing that I will point out here, because of the fixed sign element with the world, is to just mention it. You may be surrounded by or have someone in the fixed sign, so Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, oh my gosh, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, sorry about that, in your field. If not, that may have some impact if it's in your chart, your aspects, but that water energy with the Six of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay, so there may be a lot of feelings coming up right now. We've got this Emperor, the Two of Wands, and the Ten of Cups showing up. So you could be feeling very protective of your home space. You could be feeling very protective of your future. You could be a little bit concerned about your future and your home space, your home life. But this Emperor at the top of these cards, it's telling me that, you know, if anything, you're in a position to really empower yourself. So focus on the power that you do wield. Focus on the fact that you do have the world in the palm of your hands. And so it's about looking at your life, looking at your future step by step, and not getting overwhelmed, not being rocked or, you know, reactive to situations. And this Emperor energy is that reminder, even though your world may feel upside down, and maybe even though it's like you're wanting things to end, you're wanting to close things out, just lean into your power of authority and staying strong and being non-reactive. The Emperor is a protector. The Emperor looks at things in the long term. Okay, so we're wanting to look at, okay, if I do this right now, what is that domino effect? What is that chain reaction? How does that really impact my bottom line? And so try to resist being trigger happy about things, decisions, unless it's something where you need to make a snap decision right then, right there, okay? In which case, definitely think about whatever action that you take in that snap decision moment. What is the chain reaction? You want to keep that in mind, okay? But it's saying to find comfort in your home space. And if you don't feel that way, start to bring that energy into the home space. Bring that sense of comfort. Okay, bring that sense of responsibility and authority into your own day-to-day life, and that's how you're going to be able to weave your magic, is what I'm hearing, and wield your power in terms of the direction that things unfold, that they head into. Okay. Ooh, okay, so we got we got some reverse cards here. I'm like, I don't think maybe I put them in a reverse way, but it's all meant to be. The Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups, when it's right side up, is saying that we're having difficulties in letting go of the past. Maybe we're being a little bit stuck with whatever it was that's going on in the past, but having it in reverse here is actually a good sign. It's saying that you're ready to move forward, and this is the advice. Start looking toward the life that you have left to live. Start looking toward the future that you've got to build, like with this Two of Wands and this Ten of Cups. You have more power and authority over your life and over the future trajectory of things and your own future happiness than maybe you're giving yourself credit for, than you realize. Obviously, you know, it could be that the past, there may be some past things that just didn't work out, that didn't go your way. That could be part of what, you know, might have been haunting you at some point. But this Five of Cups tells me that things are turning around, all right? Things are turning around, even though it might be difficult to let go of the past, even though it might be difficult to imagine that things could get better. It's telling me that it can and it will, and that in fact you actually are ready for that. You're ready to start to look on the brighter side of things. You're ready to, you know, if not look at the brighter side of things or the future joy and fulfillment, you're ready to do the healing work. Okay, you're ready to do what it takes to start to get over the hump and to the other side. So that's not such a bad thing, all right? But let's close this out and ultimately see where things are heading and what you can embrace based on all of these downloads and messages that have come through. Okay, we got the Three of Pentacles. So, you know, Scorpio got the Three of Pentacles. You're getting a number of cards here, so I won't leave them out. Hierophant, reverse, Six of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so there may be some things that are stumping you right now. I don't know why, but I'm inclined to say where there's paperwork or where there's information that may be eluding you, just trust that it's all going to work itself out. I don't know if you've been needing support, you've been needing help, but you've been resisting it. I would encourage you to put yourself out there, you know, and ask the right questions. Go to the right people, the right sources for guidance, for information. information, because this Three of Pentacles is all about collaboration, okay? And as I mentioned with Scorpio, because I did pick this up in the reading about alliances, there may be something there about maybe you're kind of having trouble trusting authority or trusting outside resources, or whatnot to be a strong ally. But I feel like with this Six of Wands and this Queen of Pentacles, you can. I feel like this is an inner energy where you yourself are feeling a little bit like disinclined to reach out, to put yourself out there, and that's okay. But these are telling me that you may benefit from doing that, especially if it deals with your future finances, future stability, future security. There may be some R&D, research and development, that you are resisting right now, okay? And maybe it's that you could be guided to work through that somehow, okay? Because it's only going to benefit you, okay, to do that research, to look at your future. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. That's Six of Wands. You will have victory. Don't be afraid of what others think. Don't be afraid of who's watching. You have to follow your heart, okay? And I'm hearing do the right thing when it comes to standing in a space of integrity, standing in your power, and trusting that you can do this, okay, Capricorn? You've got this. You can do this. And so I'm going to wrap up things here. I hope that this time together has benefited you. If you would like to dive in deeper with a personal reading, please do find me, Kapualani.com. I am available for you live and pre-recorded, okay? So I wish you the very best and brightest. Don't forget to tune in to your other aspects, your moon, rising, Venus, North Node, maybe even your South Node, Jupiter, whatnot, whatever it is that speaks to you, okay, Capricorn. But have a good one. Stay blessed. Aquarius, how are you? Kapualani here. We're going to look into, this is a timeless reading, okay? It's timeless, so whenever you should be seeing this, like I always say, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. But let's see what messages, I'm going to bring that out a little bit, what messages, excuse me, Spirit has for you in this moment, Aquarius. So let's tune in. And by the way, while we're here, I hadn't mentioned this for some of the other signs, but if you're new and you have not subscribed, I would deeply appreciate it if you would subscribe and like this video. Even leave a little comment if the reading resonates, okay? And if you've already subscribed, thank you so much for your subscription. I appreciate you. And don't forget, Aquarius, to visit your moon, rising, your Venus, your North Node, maybe even your South Node if that speaks to you. Whatever aspects, planetary aspects you feel inclined to, but definitely your rising, your moon, okay? All right. So what's coming through for Aquarius, Spirit? What is Aquarius's message? Thank you, Spirit. Five of Wands. Okay, I'm going to put that right side up because I have a feeling that I may have unintentionally, accidentally put some, yep, I did. See, sorry, I'm going to fix these because I can, and don't mind me. So that being said, with my action of doing that, because I don't typically just do that in the middle of a reading, this showed up like reversed. There could be some tensions. You could be feeling also maybe insecure about your position, your standing with others. There may be some persistence that is needed from you to get something done. However, what I will say, with this card showing up in the reverse, what may benefit you is to hold back, is to withdraw. Standing your ground sometimes by removing yourself from conflict is maybe the better way to go right now, Aquarius. I'm just picking that up right off the bat, so hopefully that makes sense for you. I also get don't give up. Don't give up on the things that you are wanting to co-create in your life. It's just about positioning yourself well. I feel like while you may be feeling a little bit, if you feel any tension, what I will say is keep in mind that it may not be that others have an issue with you. It may not be that others are in competition with you. Now, if they are, that's where Spirit's saying don't give up. It's just about shifting how you go about like getting your point across, or shifting how you go about competing with those others. Because sometimes you are in competition, especially if it's like business or whatever the case may be. But I'm heading to lower your guard, to remove yourself from conflict in order to gain a clear perspective about what to do. Now let's see what's challenging you. The Sun, seeing things clearly, seeing things from what they are, maybe wanting a new beginning, wanting to start a new cycle, but not quite seeing it. That being said, I feel like this is encouraging you, like the Sun is the most positive card in the deck, okay? And so even if it was in a challenging position, it's really just about seeing that there's nothing hidden. You may feel like people are in conflict with you. You might be feeling tension. This is what I wanted to say. It could be that you're very sensitive, and that's not a negative thing. It's not a judgment, but it's to say that you could be very sensitive and just picking up on other people's struggles. Don't take it personally. Okay, that's where it's like remove yourself, stand in your own power, focus on your joys. It may be difficult for you to do that. Maybe you've been trying to do that, but you've been having to deal with conflicting energies and distractions. Maybe there are other people that have really been going through it and they're weighing down on you, not on purpose. Maybe some are, but that could be part of it. Maybe everything's fine in your world, but the trouble is that, if there's others around you that are struggling, it's hard to be happy. It's hard to just kind of like, okay, la la la, when you can see that there are others around you that you really love and care about who are going through a tough time. All right. So that may be part of it. There is a new cycle that you're wanting at the very minimum that I'm picking up here for that Sun energy. It's coming in, it's underway. It's just about a matter that, there could be some other things. I feel like while there is this new beginning on the horizon for you, Aquarius, there may still be some loose ends that you're having to tie up, okay? That's probably the bigger message. So what is hidden from you? What are you not seeing? But that maybe you could lean into here. The Six of Wands. Yeah, I like this. So it's standing in your power. Yeah, I feel like maybe you could be succeeding. Maybe you could be doing well, but it's like, that maybe others that are struggling, or maybe they're not doing quite as well as you. And even if they are, maybe they just have a bad attitude about it. Because the Six of Wands can remind us that, it's a card of victory and success, but it's also that there could be a bit of an evil eye out there. While people do love and support you, they could also be kind of throwing a little shade your way. And so it's keep that in mind. Yes, that could be part of what's happening. That could be part of the struggle. The other thing that I get here is, just don't be afraid to continue to stand your ground. But again, it's about how you're going about doing that. Sometimes I don't know why, but and don't take this as a judgment, but they're like, get off your high horse. I don't mean that as a chide or as like a scolding out. Oh, you're being so, I'm not saying that. I mean, maybe there is a part of you that's just like, F you or whatever, like, I don't care, la 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 la. And maybe that's your spirit saying, maybe soften from that energy and realize, because I'm going to cover all the bases here. Maybe you could feel like there are some people who are throwing shade at you, but maybe that's not exactly true. Maybe it's that they're going through their own struggles and you're picking up on that, and they do wish you well. People could be wishing you well even though they're going through their own ish. Okay, so again, I'm getting the message, don't take it personally. You just continue to go, keep continuing on with your success in spite of all of that. Just be aware that if you're getting mixed energies, it could be best just to remove yourself for now, let the air clear, let the opinions, or whatever it is that could be, flying around, let that die down a little bit, okay? Okay, so that being said, let's get some advice, let's get some guidance for you, Aquarius. Guidance for Aquarius. Oh, there we go. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, like I said, you listen to your spirit energy. And I will say, because I didn't mention this, but the fire energy, so there's a Leo energy here with the Sun. Okay, so you may have Leo aspecting your chart, or there could be a Leo that maybe you're in a little bit of a struggle with, or whatever the case, that could deal with just anything, like, and even the fire energies here. So there's some fire coming through for you, Aquarius. And so with these energies, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries energies, and then with this 9 of Pentacles, we've got earth energies, and we've got this energy that's telling you, again, it's about stand in your power. Okay, there are people who admire you. You may not feel that way, like I said, because of the craziness going on in the world right now, because of how much things are just so tense and volatile. Don't take it personally. And in fact, even if it is personal, remove yourself. Okay, remove yourself, be at your leisure. When we see the Nine of Pentacles, it's about appreciating how far you've come, standing in your own independence, whether it's wealth, whether it's health, because of that physicality aspect of it, your accomplishments. It's something that you can be proud of and that you should be proud of. The Nine of Pentacles, more than anything, especially with the Six of Wands, people admire you for the successes that you've managed to accomplish and attain. Okay, Spirit is speaking to you. It's going to benefit you, with all of this fire energy. It benefits you to slow down, stop and smell the roses, stop and have an appreciation for how far you've come. It may feel like a real hustle, like you want to hustle. Like, where is that new beginning? I want to hit that goal. I'm so close. I want to hit that goal, but that's what Spirit's saying is you're on your way. Just slow down, appreciate the good, and the good is coming to you. It's right underway, okay? It's underway, and you've got this, okay, Aquarius? I feel like you're in a strong standing. You're in a positive space of shift. Don't let the distractions, here's the thing that I want to say, because I get this firsthand. It's okay to be okay. Sometimes when we don't have positive stress or negative stress, we kind of, we kind of get in our own heads. We kind of start to get in our own way. So this is my message to you. If you don't have any major stress or actual stress or anxiety hitting you right now, other than it's like, oh, I want to hit this goal, which I respect, don't make it harder on yourself than you need to, all right? Enjoy your success. Allow yourself to just be with your success. It might be hard because you can see that others around you are struggling, even though you're kind of like, okay, I'm taking it, things are getting better or whatever, but don't let it get to you. See that Judgment card? So we've got Queen of Pentacles. I'll do it this way. That's what I'm being guided to do. So Judgment, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this energy here, it's okay. Next 30 days may see significant. This Judgment energy, things are going to be turning around. And this Queen of Pentacles, it's like your future foundations are set and secure. You're going to hit that goal. All right, it's just a matter of time. It could be within the next 30 days. Definitely this Wheel of Fortune with your sign coming up, Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, Taurus, even in the Scorpio, I do feel there's going to be a Scorpionic shift, like a Scorpio shift, or during Scorpio season. With Judgment card and me saying like the next 30 days, there's going to be a revelation. There's going to be some form of enlightenment, a reboot. Definitely whatever you may have felt was a loss, there's going to be a second chance coming around. That new beginning, it's coming. Hang in there. There's no need to rush. Everything is falling into place in divine time and order. This Wheel of Fortune card especially is a big sign, Judgment, the Wheel of Fortune, even the Queen of Pentacles, that you're well on your way to that future security and success that you are working toward, that you've been working toward. Okay, I feel like these are really beautiful, positive energies and cards here, Aquarius. I feel like, again, with the Wheel of Fortune and Judgment, whatever you have not been able to make sense of, whatever you thought was a loss, a loss, or that, okay, maybe this is just the height of the success for me, or maybe this is as far as it's going to go in terms of my happiness or whatever. Nope. There are some brighter days coming. There are some second chances coming around. There are answers, okay, that are going to be falling into place very shortly. So be open to that. And again, stay focused. Continue to stay focused on your goals and on the future that you are holding space for. And in the meantime, Aquarius, look me up. Kapualani.com to schedule your own session, a live or pre-recorded. I am here for you, okay? And if I hadn't already mentioned it, I'm going to mention it now. Check out your other aspects. Definitely your moon and rising. Definitely your rising at minimum. But otherwise, also your Venus and maybe even your North Node if that speaks to you. And thank you so much for being here, Aquarius. Okay, Pisces. It's your turn and your time. Let's dive into your cards here, Pisces, and see what we see. You know, we got the Two of Wands and the Ace of Wands showing up immediately. So you're ready to look at a new, I'm hearing a brighter future, brighter times, brighter days. This tells me that you're in a space of real empowerment here, and that whatever it is that you are calling in terms of holding a new vision, in terms of opening up to a new cycle, there should be things lining up like step by step very quickly. Things should be falling into place very quickly. And so this is also a suggestion to keep in mind that it's the short term, you know, like rather than getting too fixated on the long run and how you're not going to get anywhere until you actually start to get somewhere. You know what I mean? That's just what I got. And so focusing on those short-term steps to get to your long-term goals is the way to go right now. Okay, Pisces, just very much immediately, there's something that's going to benefit you from taking action. We got that Four of Wands just validating real quick. You're ready to look at some brighter horizons is what I'm hearing. You're ready to expand on your horizons. Maybe even I feel like if there's been any restlessness or uncertainty about where to channel or focus your energy, that's what's coming through. Okay, that's what's coming through. So Pisces, let's see what might be challenging you right now. Or it might be a little bit of a struggle with this Ace of Wands, this Two of Wands in mind. The Tower reverse, I'm going to put that right side up, and the Ten of Cups. So your mind may not be like the safest place for you lately. It might be your mind. You just could be, I feel like this is a lot of overwhelm. I feel like there's mental exhaustion here. I feel like there may be some things, maybe even dealing with the home front and your own creature comforts and security in terms of emotional security and fulfillment on the home front that are feeling quite scattered right now. Maybe there are some swift changes or things that feel like they're out of your control or out of your hands, you know, just overall. And I don't know if there are some worries, some fears about family and loved ones, if not your own self, your own health. And like, you know, with this Ten of Cups, it's a completion of cycles and a starting up of new cycles. So that could be something that's a space of fear and concern. If it's been about like movement or relocation or just the stability in your home in general, about bills getting paid, about, I feel again, you know, if you do live with a partner or you have family that you live with, there may be some concerns there, but having that Tower in reverse is saying that there may be changes that you are resisting, okay? Things that have been maybe weighing on you mentally, giving you some anxiety that maybe you it's not just, you know, if you haven't been resisting it, maybe it's because it's bigger than you, because there's other people involved and you're just not sure how, you know, what to do. But seeing this Ace of Wands and that Two of Wands at the center point in the message is saying that you will get through it. Okay, you will get through it, and that it, you know, maybe that's again part of the struggle here in knowing where to place your focus, because it involves others. It's not just you, you know, that you're thinking about. So let's see what may be hidden, what you can lean into here, Pisces. I'm getting doubles here. The Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. So detachment from the emotional, but not being cold and calculating, right? We're making decisions with kindness and compassion, but we're not afraid to say what needs to say and to do what needs to be done, even if it's a little bit harsh, if it seems like, you know what I mean? This Nine of Pentacles is saying to stand in your independence, to appreciate your own abundance, your own prosperity, what you've managed to create, to build for yourself. You're not far away from your goals, okay? Especially when it comes to like the physicality aspect of it, wealth, finances, career-based things, your own sense of physical security. And I feel like this could also be saying there may be some difficult decisions. I feel like Spirit has been talking to you. Your mind may have been racing, but these energies are telling me to just maintain and sustain that sense of focus and clarity. Don't be reactive, you know, if it feels that way. And you don't really tend to be too reactive, Pisces. Not that you aren't at all. We saw this Three of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles popping up. Definitely these doubles. So double messages, like, I don't know, flip-flopping, if it may seem that way. So find your center, slow things down, lean into the collaborations and whatever, work with, be willing to work with others, be willing to reach out. There may be some new beginnings to explore, and especially if it's about new developments. You may not be ready to relocate right now, but this doesn't mean that you shouldn't start putting the feelers out there, maybe looking at the future and what kind of future you're wanting to build with those that are around you or those that you're thinking about, okay? This Three of Pentacles says that you're not alone. So again, lean into those collaborations. There may be a new collaboration, a new collaborator, if not, again, a new opportunity presenting itself from such collaborations, from such allies, okay? You're supported, Pisces. It may not feel that way, but you are supported. We've got this Nine of Cups energy popping out, wishes and fulfillment. So focus on what you want, focus on what brings you joy and happiness. We've got 2-9 energies here. So this is giving me that feeling of independence. This is giving me a feeling of reflection, of knowingness. So when you know what you want, Pisces, it's just a matter of really sitting in it and owning it. There is a new cycle that's coming through for you. Maybe you've been wanting happiness, security, and joy, emotionally on the home front, with the community, with the family situation, familial situation, household situation. If it's work related, restoring that sense of camaraderie and like family at work. This tells me that it can and will move in that direction. So put the focus there. Try to get out of your head, especially if you've been in a lot of like doom and gloom and fear-based stuff. If there's been a lot that's been triggering you mentally, this is giving me that feeling to trust your gut. Okay, especially for you, Pisces, and to take things slowly, but to be willing again to put yourself out there, reach out to those people who you can lean on, that are allies, and who that you can really count on. Okay, and the outcome, your wish is at your command. It's all I can say. Your wish is at your command, and it's very much potentially there for you to bring something positive into fruition. So don't be afraid of the joy that's there for you, okay, and that's ahead in terms of taking some new actions. Now, what I want to say before I close things out here, there may be some new potential future opportunities. Don't dive in head first, okay? This is an exploratory energy, and this is about saying to take your time with it. There's things that are undeveloped, but that it can bring you joy. Just let it unfold. All right, Pisces, thank you so much for being here. And I encourage you to visit my website, Kapualani.com. If this reading has spoken to you, to schedule a reading of your own. I do have live and pre-recorded readings available. But if I hadn't already mentioned it, Pisces, I encourage you also to check out your other aspects, your moon, your rising especially. But if you want to like kind of peek and meander a bit, your Venus and your North Node as well. So thank you so much for being here, Pisces. Till next time. Okay, Aries, I hope that this finds you doing well. Kapualani here. I'm going to be diving into the current energies, keeping in mind that this reading is timeless. So as always, take what resonates and leave the rest behind, Aries. And what I will also say is, if it interests you, if this reading should speak to you and you're kind of wanting to do a little bit of a deeper dive here, look into your other aspects, for sure your moon, your rising, but otherwise also your Venus and maybe even your North Node, okay? And if you haven't already subscribed, I do encourage you to please subscribe, especially if you can benefit, if you are benefiting, if you do resonate with these readings, okay? So thank you so much. But let's see, Aries, without further ado, what we've got for you in this session together. Knight of Swords, reverse. So slow down. You might be rushing. It doesn't mean that your thoughts are betraying you or that you don't have good ideas, but there may be something that you're wanting to move on that either there may be some resistance to that. You may be, I heard this coming up for another sign, but like trigger happy. So just slow down in any of those areas, especially if you've been feeling very argumentative lately, especially if there's like a point that you're wanting to argue. If you've been feeling suppressed about it, this may be time to sit with your thoughts and plan some things out rather than rushing into it. Okay, so whether it's plans, whether it's a conversation, whether you yourself, your mind has been racing, I feel like this could also signify potential confusion. Okay, so take the time right now to just sort your thoughts, clear your thoughts and your mind before jumping into action. It's really going to benefit you. Okay, and in some cases, you may want to resist taking an action at all right now. That's just, maybe you're not feeling inclined to, but there's something here where it's just timing wise. Okay, timing wise, there are some things that are best left unsaid, is what I'm getting. The Knights can indicate movement, and so like I was saying earlier, maybe there's something that you're wanting to take action on. Maybe you're wanting to travel and do something, and this is saying now may not be the best time for it. So just be mindful of that. Okay, so what is the challenge here? I'm like, Spirit, what, did I really do this? Okay, so we have 3 of Cups, these reversals here, Ace of Swords, 5 of Swords, 3 of Cups, arguments, okay? I don't know if you're wondering about certain gossip. I don't know if it's like that you're having, there's like a mix-up of information. There may be certain people that you're kind of struggling with right now to get on the same page. Whether you are gossiping with others or you feel that others are gossiping about you, this is where I feel like clear the air. Okay, this could be the right time to clear the air, especially if these are things that have been on your mind for quite some time, or people that have been in your thoughts for quite some time. Now, what I will recommend, because it's always my recommendation to be mindful of any anxiousness or any paranoia that comes up, try to breathe. Okay, you might be finding it difficult to just take a breath with all these, potential thoughts or fears that are swimming about right now, being really concerned about what others think or say. This is where I feel like slow down, get to the bottom of things, get to the core, get to the truth, arm yourself with the right kind of information, not for the purpose of being like in an attack mode, because I feel like maybe you're feeling very defeated about things, or maybe there has been a conversation, or like I said, maybe some gossip or third party involvement that's maybe left you feeling a little bit like you're spinning your wheels here. What's this all about, Spirit? Let's see, what are you not seeing? What are you not seeing, Aries? One way or another, I feel like there needs to be a breath. That's just way too many cards, so I'm just going to take this 9 of Cups, and I feel like this top card, yeah, you need to slow down, and you need to see that there's actually a lot that's working on your behalf. You may be, I feel like, I don't know if you're feeling under attack in some way, or just like things are not working your way, they're not flowing your way, but this is like saying to slow down, get a grip on, I want to say the connection to your higher self and the connection to what really brings you joy. Like, what are your intentions? If there's an argument or if there's an issue, don't get caught up in it just for the sake of like fueling a fire. Like with all of this air in reverse, I feel like it's like the fire's getting sucked out. So maybe it's that you're feeling like really pent up in your fire energy, like you've been holding back, but you just want to unleash or something like that. It's also what I'm getting here, potentially. This 9 of Cups, this temperance energy with Archangel Michael here, it's saying take whatever it is that's going on in the mental, and whatever, if there has been some sort of strife, if there has been some kind of third party interference in like your relationship or in your work, or whatever the case may be that you are not certain on, especially, take that to that higher authority, the higher power, that being your higher self, your angel guides first and foremost. But if there is an authority figure for you to lean on and get a perspective on, that has to kind of maintain the middle ground and has to be a fair judge of things, for example, that may benefit you. Because I feel like, things could really work out to your benefit. I feel like you're not seeing how far you've come, and it's about really just kind of focusing on what brings you joy. It's about your own happiness first and foremost, not about trying to please or make others happy, especially if that's, really resonating right now, Aries. Let's get some advice here. Somebody may be meddling with your happiness. I mean, I don't know if that's what you're feeling at all, but I just get the sense, Aries, that it's like you are in more of a position of power than maybe you give yourself credit for. So it's like lean back and get out of your head, especially if you've been caught up in your thoughts. Yeah, look at that advice, Queen of Wands. Where you place your focus, your attention, like where energy goes or energy flows, where thought goes, energy flows. Is that, I don't know, right? Something like that. So this Queen of Wands with that fire, that's your, it's that Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy with that fire energy. So what you focus on will grow, okay? What you breathe life into. So don't breathe life into the negative. Don't breathe life into the spooky, scary, anxious, paranoia stuff. Pull back, okay? Pull back. Don't get caught up in petty arguments. Don't get caught up in stuff that just is not about like the future and the life that you want. Okay, like that's just such a strong, clear message coming through. So let's get your outcome. Thank you, Spirit. Page of Wands. Yeah, keep it short and sweet with the Page of Wands. Explore new conversations. Start a new conversation. Start a new conversation. Start a new conversation is what I'm getting. Be playful about things. Maybe nothing has been said, but you've been doing a lot of thinking. So that's where Spirit's saying shift the dialogue. Put your attention into what it is, again, that you're wanting to breathe life into. So a new cycle. You are further ahead than you're giving yourself credit for. Stop getting caught up in your negative thoughts if that's what's happening. And if it's not your own negative thoughts, stop trying to, like what I'm picking up on, sometimes we start to, when like the paranoia aspect, and I'm not saying this as a judgment, I just know you, Aries, it's all about that competition or like, okay, what do I need to do? And being strategic about stuff, right? I get it. I fully get it. But that's where it's saying, breathing life. What are you breathing life into? Okay, what are you breathing life into? And if you find yourself doing like senseless chit chat, gossip, stop right now, because that's, you don't want things to head in that direction. Okay, these energies here, especially with this Nine of Cups, this Temperance, the Queen of Wands, Page of Wands, Temperance, by the way, Sagittarius. So there, if it's a significant Sag, same thing. The fiery energies, it's the action. Okay, and it's slowing down, it's being mindful, regardless of whatever has been said or what you think is being said about you behind your back. You are probably wrong. That's what I'm getting. You're probably wrong. Okay, and if you're right about it, that's when it's time to focus on new beginnings. Okay, and new connections, new people, new stories, new situations. Okay, change up the way that you've been doing things, especially if your mind has been misleading you, or if the conversations are just not very kind. If you've been around just a lot of sharp tongues, or if you yourself have been feeling a little bit of like a sharp tongue, that's when it's like, okay, I need to step back, I need to breathe, and I need to focus on what is the future that I want, what is the life that I'm wanting to live. Got a little horn honk in the background. I feel that is a validation, so I hope that that's validating for you, Aries. But please do, as I mentioned earlier, check out your other aspects, especially your rising and your moon. But if it speaks to you, your Venus and your North Node, visit me, Kapualani.com, to schedule your pre-recorded or live session. I am here for you, and I wish you the very best, all right? So take good care till next time. Taurus, what is up, Taurus? Kapualani here. Let's dive into your cards and see what message Spirit has for you right away. We've got Two of Swords, whoa, and the Nine of Wands reversed. So you could be feeling like right now you need a timeout, okay? This card, I'm getting that it's take a timeout. Take a timeout. There may be a situation that you're in that's calling for more information to be gathered before you can make a clear choice. And it's okay. All right, Taurus, it's okay for you to pull back. It's okay for you to take a breather and to just put on the blindfold, especially if you're hearing contending opinions and things, or if you yourself are feeling like you're contending with choices about what to do, where to go, who to listen to, whatever, where to put your focus. This is a time to just breathe, allow for things to transition, okay? This Nine of Wands in your challenging position is that I feel like, generally with the Nine of Wands, we can be feeling very exhausted and burnt out. There may be some things that are beyond your control that have been just draining you. that maybe even has nothing to do with you, but that's where Spirit's saying, like, you've got this, so get a handle of it. Don't be afraid to, you know, stand your ground. Look back, okay? This Nine of Wands in this challenging position could be telling me that maybe you're having trouble because it's like you just keep looking back. Maybe you're having a hard time letting go of just past actions, and maybe you're having a hard time trusting yourself or trusting that things are going to be okay, that things are going to work itself out. Let's see what you may not be seeing right now, Taurus. Okay. Five of Wands. So there could be some strife, there could be some struggle, there could be some arguments or conflict happening behind the scenes, beneath the layers that you either are ignoring, or that you just don't, you know, you're ignoring, you're not aware of, maybe you don't want to be aware of it. I get this energy also because the Five of Wands is persistence, right? But I feel like when I'm present to with these energies, it's about how you are persisting, how you are navigating through conflict, okay? How you are navigating the challenges, how you are navigating the tensions that may be around you. Maybe you're doing okay, or at least you're trying to do okay, but you're just feeling a little bit rocked by people, places, circumstances outside of you, external to you. Okay, there could be others involved that are like, you know, having a difficult time. You could just be that man in the middle, that woman in the middle, that they in the middle, you know, a person in the middle that's having to just be like, listen, I don't even know what to do anymore. I just want to be left alone. Like, leave me alone. I just want to go and like hide under the covers. I don't know why I just like picked up on that, you know, for you, Taurus. But I just feel like, you know, where you have the ability to project your energy and your power, just know that you do have what it takes to compete. You don't have to back down, especially if this is about something that you believe in, okay? You've got the strength and the wherewithal. It's just about using the power of information wisely. And again, like maybe it's also about needing to be better informed. So let's get some advice. That being said, Taurus, yeah, the Lovers. Okay, so there are things, you're going to be reaching new heights. This situation, whatever it is, now this is an angelic figure, so just trust that whatever that you're struggling with, whatever you are struggling with, take it to that higher power, the higher authority, being your angel guide, your spirit guide, your higher power. Okay, they will see you through this, especially if you feel like your hands are tied and you just don't know what to do. There may be a significant decision that you're having to make. Trust that things can and will move in the right direction. Hold that space of compassion, of kindness, of patience, resilience, and love, and guide the circumstances in that direction, especially if you're dealing with a situation where like you're wanting something differently than your partner is wanting, or if you are in a position of like, ooh, I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm at a fork in the road and I don't know which decision to make. I don't know who to listen to. This is saying that you will, you know, maybe it is about hearing out both sides. Maybe if you have been holding back, like if it's between you and a partner, you and a coworker, you and your boss, whatever the case may be, it is saying like persist, but in the right way, and through that persistence you will reach next level. You will know the answer to take. You will be guided divinely to that higher path. Okay, it is your ascension from any chaos, your ascension and shifting to a next level from something that just has made you feel stuck. It's going to work out. You're going to get there. Okay, you're going to get there. So let's see what that outcome energy is. Look at that High Priestess, the unknown. Going into these energies, so the Lovers with the air of Gemini, the High Priestess, Cancer. So it's like there's that balance of being malleable with the thought energy, and similar with this Two of Swords with the air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So it's the thinking and the air and the discussions. Knight of Wands with the fiery energies here. Five of Wands, we got fire, of course. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energies. So there could be some fire signs, there could be some air signs influencing. And if anything with the fire, it's like you may be feeling very suppressed repressed, unable to do the things that you're wanting to do, unable to move forward in the way that you're wanting to, or move through certain things, you will get through it. The way through it is by allowing, again, it's taking things to a higher authority, a higher power as needed, and it starts from within. So this is trusting your own higher self. This is also about you with the balance of the feminine and the masculine. Trust your own self to be able to make a solid choice. You're not trying to rush into anything. We're not jumping to conclusions, but we're letting time and space, we're letting divine time and order guide us here. The High Priestess, there may be some information that you're having to keep to yourself and that you're having to honor in terms of, I'm hearing just like protecting a bottom line or something like that, whatever that means. But this High Priestess is just withdrawing from the chaos again, because this High Priestess is very much in her own space, in her own realm, and, is in that position of authority. And only those who can reach the High Priestess, who know how to contact and communicate with the High Priestess, are able to even ask a question. It doesn't mean you're going to get an answer, so that's where, again, it's about standing in your authority and power. There are certain thoughts, certain pieces of information that you're best left maybe not saying, maybe keeping it to yourself, or keeping certain things under wraps until the right time. Okay, Taurus? So I hope that this helps. Please do visit my website, Kapualani.com, to schedule your own personal session if these messages really resonate with you. I have live readings as well as pre-recorded readings available. But as I always say, this is timeless. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Check out your moon, rising, Venus, and North Node for some deeper insights. And take care till next time. Thank you, Taurus, for being here. Gemini, let's dive into your reading. Kapualani here, of course, and this is a timeless reading. We already have that Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Wow, look at that. So if you're not ready to plant a new seed, to make some sort of a decision, maybe there are decisions that you have to make, opportunities that you have to offer. If you're not also being offered an opportunity or thinking of, again, starting something new yourself, okay, Gemini? But I feel like you're in a position of power here, nevertheless. Your ability to see both sides of things are really going to pay off for you. There may be some things on the home front with family, with your living situation that's on your mind right now, because this is showing up in a position of challenges. And so this is where you may have to be indifferent and detached, right, in terms of your emotions, but again, being kind and compassionate, while also not being afraid to be authoritative. Don't be afraid to make decisions. You may need to make a decision right now that maybe you're not wanting to make. There's definitely a new beginning on the horizon, especially when we see the 10 of Cups, again, relating to relationships, relating to house and home, relating to emotional fulfillment. There could be some cycles that are ending and new cycles that are wanting to start. But again, it's about, where do I start this, how, and whom with? Okay, that's just part of what I'm getting right now. But you're not alone, and you will not be alone, Gemini, more than anything. So let's see what's hidden from you, maybe what you're not seeing, but that you could also possibly be leaning into at this time. Two of Swords. Okay, so there's more of this air energy. With this Two of Swords energy, in terms of what you're not seeing, the blindfold, that right now, there could be opposing directions, decisions. I'm even hearing just, opinions. I think I said that, opinions, directions, decisions. And that it benefits you to just be in the middle right now. It may benefit you. Number one, don't be afraid to remove the blindfold if it's been something that you've been sitting on for a while. If you've been quiet, if you've been silent, if you haven't made a decision, now's the time to not be afraid to see what's there. You may not have a choice, is what I'm getting, okay? These wanted to come out. I mean, it's really crazy. These were in reverse for another reading. I don't know if, who was this for? I don't think it was for Taurus. It may have been with Aries. I think this was for Aries. So if there is an Aries around, maybe, I don't know if you're having any arguments, any disagreements with an Aries, or if it's about an Aries. but that may be significant since these wanted to come out. I mean, granted they were in a reverse position, but it's what the advice is. So there's maybe some things that you're needing to move on, definitely with the two aces here, new beginnings, new cycles that you're needing to look at, 10 of cups that you're cycling out of. So don't be afraid to let your opinion be heard. Don't be afraid to have an opinion at this point, okay, Gemini? There may be more working for you than against you, but if you feel, or if it is that there are things, forces that are working against you, I feel like, let me just tune in here, there's something that can't wait any longer is what I'm getting. Like if you've been sitting on something, it's like it can't wait any longer, or maybe you're feeling restless about it. There's something here though that it's like, don't make snap decisions and don't fly off the handle. We want to be grounded. If you've been in a very imaginative space, if you've been like really in that airy, dreamy mode, it's time to get grounded, and it's time to be confident and certain about your future and about who you are including in that future. Okay, if there have been a lot of people involved in whatever your business, you know, like, and I don't mean business as in work, it could be, but I just mean your personal business, your business. All right, this is where I'm getting that it's time to really like tie up the loose ends and keep that, like, if your circle has been really wide and expansive, and again, like a lot of people been in your business, it's time to make that circle smaller. Okay, that's just like the message that I'm getting right now. But let's get your outcome. Where is this all heading? What is this all looking like? What does it mean? You got 3 aces here and 2 knights, so there's definitely some movement. Okay, you might be thinking about traveling. You might be traveling as we speak, wanting to travel, but definitely you're wanting to move towards some new beginnings. All right, earth, air, and water. So definitely some new foundations, some new beginnings. We go from the 10 of cups to the ace of cups. This could be dealing with heart-based matters. It could be dealing with love relationships, but this is a time for some new horizons. This is a time not to rest on your laurels, especially if you have been. And that Queen of Swords, you know, showing up is saying to just don't be afraid to make your opinion known, even if, you know, what you want in the end is hurtful to another. It's not what you say, but how you say it. But sometimes, you know, it's like I'm hearing the truth will set you free. And maybe it's not about you telling a truth to others, but you just needing to be truthful with your own self about what you want in life, you know, where you want to be, who you want to be with, that sort of a thing. But inevitably, you know, Gemini, having this Knight of Wands and this Ace of Cups, I feel like there could be someone that you're wanting to share your feelings with, share your opinion with, maybe someone that you're wanting to travel with, move in with, but there are some positive, bright new beginnings underway. Just watch your delivery. You know, while I do encourage you to, you know, don't delay on things, again, it's not about being reactive. We want to be clear thinking in what we're saying, how we're saying it, what we're doing, and how we're doing it. All right, Gemini? But I do hope that this time together, this reading has served you well. I encourage you to check out the other aspects if that should interest you, your moon, rising, even your Venus and North Node, if that's something that you want to explore. Check out my website, Kapualani.com, to schedule your pre-recorded or live reading. I'm here for you. And if you haven't subscribed, I would definitely appreciate it if you would subscribe, especially if this has spoken to you. If you are already subscribed, thank you so much for your subscription and support. But have a good one. Take care. Until next time, Gemini. Cancer. Gosh, I couldn't even focus on you and shuffle, and we're already getting some cards. 5 of Cups, King of Swords. So this 5 of Cups, King of Swords. You're holding, I mean, I feel like this is telling me that right now you're putting on a really good poker face, or this may be a time to put on a good poker face, Cancer. There may be some things that you're dwelling on from the past, some regrets, some things that you're finding difficulty in letting go of, or some disappointments that you're just having to be really strong about right now. And it's not that you shouldn't say how you're feeling, but with this King of Swords, it's a mindfulness and a responsibility and an authority energy about, you know, some things are not worth saying. At least right now, we want to get clear on whatever it is that we're feeling. I feel like this is more about hiding your emotions, Cancer. I feel like you're hiding your emotions. I feel like there are some things that are just really hurting you, or some things again from the past that you're having trouble letting go of, whether it's a relationship, a disagreement, you know, just some sort of struggle that maybe you've been going through in your own space and having difficulty like seeing that there could be happiness ahead for you. So instead you're like trying to be mentally strong, or maybe that's the message for you. This is a time to just sort of be strong mentally in order to get through any emotional disappointments, losses, regrets, that kind of a thing. Okay, but again, I'm hearing it like you're right now, it's like about having a good poker face. Maybe there are some disagreements or things that you're just not feeling happy about with work, or even if it's with relationships, friendships, a love relationship, a lack of a love relationship. Right now, really just want to stay strong mentally and try not to let the emotional heaviness or the emotional heartaches get the best of you. Okay, Cancer, like that's a big message that I'm getting right now. This is a challenge, the Page of Swords. Yeah, maybe you're wanting to just kind of fly off the handle and be like, you know what, I don't care. You know, that might be a little bit difficult. Biting your tongue, holding back on speaking out, and just like not caring what anybody else thinks or says. You might be trying to get through something. Maybe you're wanting to relocate, but you're not able to right now. Maybe you're wanting to travel, but you're not able to right now. So that King of Swords again is telling me we're having to hold our horses a little bit. We're having to stay strong in order to get through any difficult times or challenges right now. Okay, Cancer? It benefits you to look at the bigger picture and not get caught up in any like petty stuff, any short-term things. There may be a transition that you're moving through. Things may not feel so steady, but you're going to get through it. Okay? Let's see what you're not seeing, but you could be leaning into a lot of this mental air energy. So if this involves an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you know, if there's anyone that you're dealing with that in any of those signs, or timing wise, that could be something significant. If you have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your other aspects, I feel like this is a sign to go and listen to those readings, okay, or that reading, because there may be something a bit more in depth and resonating there for you. This Two of Swords is saying right now it's best left unsaid. I said that for another sign. So, you know, we'll see if that's one that connects with you, if you happen to see that one, that particular reading. But this Two of Swords is saying, like, when I see the Two of Swords, it's about waiting for the right information to come to you before making any decisions, especially if you're feeling like you're, you know, stuck at a fork in the road, or if you're feeling indecisive about something. Okay, this is also a sign that it may benefit you to do nothing right now, to say nothing, do nothing until you have all of the information. There's no sense getting caught up in drama or creating drama for yourself, even if it's in your own mind, right? There's no sense jumping to conclusions about things, especially if you're not quite well informed yet. And so it's wait for the right information. Don't make any hasty decisions right now. Don't jump the gun just because you're feeling a little bit like, I don't want to stay in this anymore. You know, this is a time to stay strong mentally, especially to focus on what is, rather than like what could be, you know, because sometimes we think about our worst fears. But let's see the advice here, the guidance for you, Cancer. Too many cards, but we've got this Ten of Swords. Okay, more swords. This is what's the advice is. So stop spinning your wheels if you have been. We're cycling out of this energy, Ten of Swords, of feeling maybe even stabbed in the back. Maybe you feel like there are people who are saying some unsavory things about you behind your back, or doing things behind your back. Arm yourself with information, but don't let yourself be overwhelmed by it. Maybe you've been doing a lot of research. Maybe you're wanting to move, but you've just been looking at all these different possibilities and all of these, you know, different places, but maybe it's just not time yet. Do your best to recognize when you are spinning your wheels so that you can slow down. Take a breath. With all of this air energy, I'm just hearing breathe, 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 breathe. You may not feel like you're in such control over your happiness right now, and that may be causing you to want to flee, you know, leave a situation. It may be feeling like antsy is that word that I'm getting. But don't hesitate to take your concerns, take your worries to a higher authority if that should be coming up. Like if it deals with work matters between yourself and a coworker, go to your boss. Of course, you want to breathe and slow down before just, again, jumping the gun and being, right? We don't want to be short in terms of our temperament or in terms of how we're dealing with things. We don't want to just be careless with it. We want to be mindful, but not to the point where we're just way too over analytical or looking too deeply in the information. You're cycling out of that. And the advice here, again, with this 10 of Swords is to pull back. Take it one step at a time. Look at what's right in front of you and go from there. There's a number of possibility potentials. There's a number of opportunities or options, right? A number of different directions or ways that somebody could react to the way you say something or do something. That's where it's like, listen, nothing's going to get anywhere unless I do something. And so while it does, right, we want to make sure that we're well informed. Once we have all that information, don't let it just keep spinning and spinning and spinning. Take that time to prioritize what is the best step from here. Step 1. Okay, and then when we do step 1, we'll see what happens with step 2. But until then, all we can do is take it step by step. All right, let's get your outcome energy here, Cancer. Wow, just all these swords, all this air. I feel like, there's a lot that could be clouding your mind, a lot of thoughts, a lot of thinking, a lot of restlessness where you're needing to just breathe. The 4 of Swords here, it's really nice to see this. We have this person face down and now they're face up. And I mean, granted, this is an aftermath, of the 3 of Swords. And so this tells me that there will be a recovery of some sort. So breathe. The outcome here is rest. So if you have been struggling, again, maybe it's best left unsaid. There may be a lot of stuff going on in your mind, and maybe there's nothing that needs to be done about it right here, right now, but to let your mind settle, to let yourself breathe, to remove yourself from the chaos, remove yourself from any conflict, let yourself recover. Okay, with this 4 of Swords energy, you can relax. No one is out to get you. Nothing is working against you. Everything's going to be okay. All right. Sometimes it's that we are our own worst enemy. And so remember that advice here. I feel like there could be some worries, some things from the past that you again, emotionally could be dwelling on. But Spirit is saying you got to be strong right now and just look past it. Look, see things from a higher authority. Use your wisdom, okay, in terms of wielding that sword, in terms of speaking your mind, making your decisions, and being logical. We don't need to be so logical and methodical. We also want to make sure that we're breathing and allowing at times, because sometimes, with the King of Swords, even though there's, well, what about this king? What about that king? That page energy? And then the king is like, listen, you need to settle down. You need to chill out. That's just part of the message that I'm getting. So I hope that this has helped, Cancer. Please do take a breath. Visit me if this speaks to you to dive into a deeper reading of your own, Kapualani.com. We got live and pre-recorded. And if I hadn't already mentioned it, or if I did, sorry for the repetition, but just going to make sure that I put it out there. Don't forget to look at your moon, your rising, especially your rising, but if it speaks to you, your Venus and your North Node. And so thank you to those who've already subscribed, Cancer. If you haven't subscribed and this resonates with you, I would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. But till next time, take care. All right, Leo, this is your reading. It's a timeless reading whenever you may be seeing this, but just being mindful that I'm putting this out there during the Scorpio season. And look, we got already a bunch of cards, but that 3 of Swords, I'm going to do this one differently since we've got too many cards there. But that 3 of Swords is telling me that you might be having a real struggle right now, Leo. You could be very conflicted. You could be just very uncertain of yourself or your reality of what to do, where to go, what's happening. Things could feel very stuck right now. All right, but let's see ultimately your message again, keeping that 3 of Swords in mind. Yeah, so this 9 of Wands, the world energy, you might be feeling very beat up and like you're ready for things to just come to an end. You're ready for whatever it is that's been draining you, whatever it is that's made you feel exhausted. You're ready for that to come to an end. Seeing this world card, I like it. fingers crossed, this world card is saying that there are new cycles available to you. You are part of this world card, Leo, with the Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus energies. So, if there are some other fixed energies in your chart, like those other signs, I encourage you to look into it. If you've got extra Leo in your chart, then this could definitely be a message for you. But I feel like what I'm getting is things may be slowing down, and that may not make you too happy. Like when work slows down, you're like, ooh, like when is it? I gotta wait for these shifts. There may be some things that you're not feeling empowered. You're feeling a little bit maybe disempowered right now, and struggling to move forward, struggling to move on. They were wanting to, but it could feel like a struggle. But again, the message overall is that beyond you, beyond your awareness, in terms of karma and divine time and order, it's clearing out. Okay, there's a major cycle that's clearing out, that's closing out. I feel like this may hinge upon that Pluto. Oh gosh, Pluto is a Capricorn and then going into Aquarius. I could be wrong with the planets, please forgive me, but that whole energetic shift of, as we move out of Capricorn and into that age of Aquarius or whatnot, and that may be that also Aquarius energy here, things are going to get better and you will see the light of day, especially if it's felt a little bit just dark and gloomy lately. So let's get the challenge, restlessness. We got that Four of Swords reverse. So you may be feeling very restless. Maybe you haven't been sleeping well. Maybe it's been difficult for you to relax. The mental energy with the Four of Swords, even if it's not been sleep, maybe you've been waking up feeling exhausted. That could be part of the challenge. I do feel that this does have a lot to do just with whatever it is that's going on right now. Again, Scorpio season, Scorpio being part of this energy, shifting into Aquarius within the Scorpio season. I think I had already said it. If I didn't, November 18th, I believe, is that timing. Things will lift. They will get lighter and brighter. Keeping my fingers crossed. But yeah, with this Four of Swords, be mindful of, if you've got some downtime, if for whatever reason work has been slow or things have slowed down and you just kind of don't know what to do with yourself, I mean, that could be part of it. Use this as an opportunity to shift your habits, shift out of any negative thinking or just energies, vibrations. Be mindful of the company that you keep. Nine of Cups here. I feel like there are a couple of other signs that had the Nine of Cups in this position in terms of what you're not seeing and what you can lean into. See how you are actually much further along in terms of fulfillment, in terms of just things being okay is what I'm hearing, especially independently. Like, maybe you're feeling a little bit on your own right now, maybe a little bit unsupported, but Spirit is saying when you actually look at your life and where things are, lean into the joys, lean into what you're, the gratitude, and so that we can encourage more of that. The two nines here, even though we do have that one Nine of Wands in reverse, looking at the nines, it's that reflection, and it's the like, what am I taking with me? What have I learned? And in terms of when we move forward, what lessons have I learned? And then I'm not going to forget, because I don't want to have to repeat those challenges and patterns. And what am I taking with me? So there could be something that like, don't stay stuck. All right, don't stay stuck in terms of if you're looking back. Try not to look back too long, all right? Try to remember that you still have a lot to look forward to, especially with this World card showing up. But that Nine of Cups here, with that wishes and fulfillment, you're a lot closer to your goals of joys, of fulfillment than maybe you're giving yourself credit for. And focus again, if things have slowed down, at least with the work mode or socially, that kind of thing, with friendships, whatever the case may be, relationships, just focus on you and what makes you happy, okay? So let's get some advice, guiding advice. And I just saw a truck drive by that has the word bright on it, Leo. So let's focus on the brightness of things. You are that sun solar energy after all. So advice here for my Leos. It's getting ready to be bright. Kind of popped out, but not fully. So Knight of Wands, movement. You may be traveling, you may want to travel. If not immediately, that could be what's on the brain and on the mind. You might be feeling also a little bit restless. That Knight of Wands, Okay, so that's that Aries, Sagittarius, Leo card. If there are other fire elements in your chart, then I would recommend that you go and look back at it, especially if you have more than one Leo, aspect in your chart. This could really be a strong message for you. But if you got Aries or Sagittarius, then maybe that's something to look into as well. Things are going to be moving a lot faster than you think. Okay, so again, if you're feeling stuck or if it feels like things have suddenly come to a stop, don't worry, it's going to be moving a lot faster than you think. Try not to be in a hurry, try not to rush, slow down. It's going to benefit you to slow down, especially if you're feeling very like hyped up. I didn't get that horn honking again, so maybe that's a little bit of a validation here. But let's see what the outcome is for you, Leo. Remembering that it's a lot of cards, but you know what? Fine, we're going to go with it. The Lovers, the Three of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Chariot card. And so the answers that you seek are right in front of you. You are going to be reaching new heights. Whatever it is that you felt stuck on, you will be ascending and rising to the next level. Having more of these energies that sort of give us with the clouds here, this angelic figure in the cloud, is saying to focus on your higher self, focus on your higher power, focus on your angels, your archangels, even your ancestors to guide you, all right, in your direction and in your actions, and just taking it on a day-by-day level. The Three of Wands is again that suggestion, like with the Knight of Wands, not to rush. Like, yes, persist. Keep moving forward. The ships are on the horizon, so what you seek is seeking you. Look no further than what's right in front of you right here, right now, for satisfaction and fulfillment. Okay, try not to be too over analytical with your choices, with yourself. Try not to nitpick at things. Okay, this is going to be, you're going to benefit from finding that balance. And remember that life still is moving on. There's still, like, just because you cannot see it doesn't mean you can't believe it. Just because it's not happening right in front of you doesn't mean that there aren't things behind the scenes that are being put together and that are meeting you as you meet up with it. There's something that could, Spirit may be offering you something, this chalice coming out of the sky. There's something that, an opportunity for you that you could be ignoring. So try not to ignore that for the sake of like wanting something else to happen. Okay, look at the opportunities that's right in front of you in order to get to where you want to go. Look no further than where you are to get to where you want to be. We've got 2 4s here, 2 9s here. So that deals with foundations, air and emotion, with air and water. So mental and emotional. We want to just kind of find that balance and find a strong foundation in our minds and in our hearts right now, Leo. This Chariot energy, with the water, we got Cancer with the Chariot energy. So if that speaks to you, or the Gemini, if those are in your charts, I recommend it. Another fire energy with Aries and Sag with Leo, and then again water with the Scorpio, Pisces, and that Cancer energy. And so it's being grounded in your emotions and in your thoughts, being stable in your actions, and pacing yourself. Okay, pacing yourself. There may be some travel coming up, or that you're looking forward to, that you're needing to plan. I'm getting like, don't put off the things that need to be done, but also keep in mind that I know I don't want to sound like an oxymoron here, Leo, but we don't need to also jump to conclusions. We don't need to get ahead of ourselves. We want to pace ourselves, slow down, not be in a hurry. That's what will benefit us and get us ahead here. Okay, Leo? So I do hope that this time together has helped. Please reach out, Kapualani.com, to schedule your personal session if you want to take this reading or dive into something else completely with a live reading or a pre-recorded reading. I am here for you. But otherwise, as I mentioned earlier, I believe, please do check out your other aspects, your moon, rising, Venus. I want to make sure I'm not putting these in upside down. Moon, rising, Venus, and North Node, if those speak to you, Leo. But I also want to say thank you to those who have subscribed. If you've been subscribed, thank you so much. If you are not subscribed, and if this reading or the others should speak to you, please, I encourage you to subscribe and or like this video so that I can get a sense of, just maybe I should do more of these. But thank you so much, Leo. I wish you the very best and brightest. Until next time, take good care. Okay, Virgo, let's see what the cards have for you. My Virgos, and I do hope that this finds you well, Virgo. And I'm going to try to remember that I said this so I don't repeat myself at the end here. But do check out, I encourage you, okay, if this reading speaks to you and if you're interested, I encourage you to check out your other aspects, your moon, especially your rising, okay, but also maybe even your Venus, North Node, or any other planets that you feel called to connect to in these readings. So let's see here. And also, if you've been subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing, for your support. If you are not subscribed, and if this reading should speak to you, or any of the other readings speak to you, your subscription would be appreciated. And also, give this video a like, and maybe even comment as well, so that I know if I should do more of these. But let's see here again. This is a timeless reading. What's coming up for you, Virgo? 3 of Wands and the Devil. Okay, so there's more that you have in your control and in your power than maybe you're giving yourself credit for. This 3 of Wands is telling me that you're well on your way to achieving or attaining the life, the lifestyle, the goals that you're wanting to attain. Just try not to get into your own way. Try not to overplan or overthink. The Devil is a reminder to become aware of any self-limiting thoughts, behaviors, ways of being. All right, this is that time to take control of our lives and of ourselves if and where we've been feeling like we don't want to grip on to the reins too tightly here, right? But it's about not getting into our own deep, dark thoughts and fears. It's to acknowledge our fears and our doubts and to say, okay, what can I do, right, to empower myself here? So this is all about self-empowerment, and this is all about trusting and knowing that you're well on your way toward your goals, especially with this 3 of Wands here. What you seek is seeking you. The ships are coming in. Now, with this fiery element of the 3 of Wands, there could be, if there's fire in your chart or something with timing, with Aries, with Sagittarius, we are inching upon Sagittarius season here, but again, this reading is timeless. But Leo as well. So Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, either aspects, energies, people perhaps surrounding you. The Devil energy with Capricorn. So Capricorn season could be significant for you. We have a bunch of cards here, but you know what? We're going to go with this. Queen of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, King of Swords in terms of your challenges. And so there could be some kind of, you could be struggling between your heart and your mind right now in terms of the right thing to do. Maybe there's a new opportunity, a new beginning that's available to you, or one that you're wanting to step into, but you're resisting, and there could be, again, some sort of a disagreement, a misalignment between your heart and your mind. And so that's where that Devil energy is saying, like, we want to overcome any of those challenges and trust that we can do this, okay? This may be a time where you're finding it difficult to maintain some boundaries, maybe finding it difficult to maintain a sense of authority in terms of mental discipline and clarity, because maybe your emotions are clouding you. What I want to also recommend, Virgo, is just be mindful not to overdo anything, or no overdoing or underdoing, okay? Especially if it comes to, like with the Devil, it speaks to those intoxications, it speaks to poor habits. And so if you're not treating yourself well, okay, this is where it's like we want to take control of that and start to do the right thing for yourself first and foremost, in terms of your health, your wellness, and your well-being, your state of being, okay, your mental and emotional state right now. All right, I really highly suggest that maybe that's where you're wanting a new beginning, but you're finding it difficult, okay? It could be challenging. So what is hidden from you right now, Virgo? What's maybe being hidden, but that you could be leaning into? The Star. So there's hope here. Aquarius energy. So if there's an Aquarius around you, we have air energy here as well, not to forget that, with Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. The water energy with Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and then of course your own earth energy, as you know, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. And just putting it out there for timings or for your aspects. So like, let's say for example, you got one or a few of the, one or two of these aspects in your rising, your moon, your Venus, your North Node, maybe all of them. This could be part of what you are contending with. Okay, that could be what you're contending with, and that might be benefiting you. So definitely look into, the other aspects for some guidance. But this Star is saying to have hope. You have hopes and dreams, and you have, if you are especially someone who is deep rooted in faith, but maybe your faith has been wavering, or even if it doesn't have to be faith in like a higher power, but just faith in yourself, faith in the universe, faith in things working out, that may be benefiting you. That may be something to lean into. It may benefit you to just ignore other people and situations and focus on yourself. Where you've been too self-centered or self-focused, that's where it's time to take a step back. See the bigger picture so that you're not getting in your own way. Okay, we don't want to fixate on the end results, because that devil energy is also speaks to fixating. Like when we're fixating so much on how we're going to get to something, or that outcome goal, that we're not seeing the opportunities, we're not looking at the steps that are right in front of us in order to get to those goals. All right, so maintain the faith more than anything with this star energy. Again, with Aquarius, if that's in your chart, or if that's a person that's significant around you, maybe that could be someone to lean on to for advice, or someone that's supporting you behind the scenes, or something you're just not seeing. But make a wish upon a star is also what I'm getting, especially if it's felt very daunting and dark for you lately, okay, Virgo? So let's get some advice, that being said. And the other thing that I want to say with the star being in terms of what's hidden, be grounded and try not to get caught up in your own fantasies or illusions. I just had to say that based on the things that I'm seeing here. Okay, it's not saying like have hope, have faith, but be grounded and try not to go too far out there. All right, so this is your advice. Don't give up. Okay, stand your ground in terms of believing in yourself and fighting for what it is that you want. Okay, let your opinion be heard, be known, take the action and apply yourself. But we want to remember when we see the Seven of Wands not to rush. There's no need to hurry. There's no need to rush through something. We want to be well prepared. Like if you're going to present an argument to someone, or if you're going to express something to someone, you don't want to just fly off the handle and go rushing in. You want to make sure that you've got your bases covered, that you are well prepared for it, whatever it is. If it's taking in action, if it's putting yourself out there, if it's projecting your energy, whatever the case may be, when it does come to standing your ground, make sure that you've got all of your information, that your steps are lined up, so that you're not doing things in a sloppy way right now. Okay, there can be this tendency to overly fixate on details, but when it comes time to take the actions, it's like we're all over the place. And that's where the Seven of Wands is saying, apply yourself, go for it, don't give up, persist at whatever it is, stand your ground, and make sure that you've got everything in order and that it's not all scattered. Okay, don't be scattered with your efforts, so that you're not draining yourself and that your message is coming across clearly. Okay, lower your defenses. This doesn't mean don't defend yourself, okay, because sometimes there are times when you do need to stand up for yourself and defend yourself. You do need to kind of stand your ground and be strong in your opinion. But again, it's about not being sloppy with it. Okay, we want to make sure that we've got all of our ducks in a row. So let's get an outcome energy here, Virgo. The Page of Wands, a little bit sideways. So this is lightening things up. Don't be afraid to just initiate. Don't be afraid to express. Don't be afraid to check things out. Investigate before rushing into something, because of the page energies here. Be open to the signs. Be open to the messages. Be open and receptive to trying new things, doing things differently. Even open to outside opinions. But I feel like, when it does come to the outside opinion, don't let it control your actions. Be receptive without necessarily, needing to, how should I put this? With this Page of Wands, it's kind of like, I don't know why, but I'm like, don't give in to gossip. Like, you can be aware of things, be aware of, I don't know why, but this doesn't even have, it's like I'm hearing small talk without getting caught up in it. Okay, be aware of things without getting caught up in it. And this Page of Wands, try new things, put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to just, like, with communication, send a message or be open to receiving a message. But don't, I feel like right now, because of the undeveloped aspect of the pages, try not to expect too much right now. We're taking things step by step. Try your best to just get out of your own way, or to recognize if and when you are maybe getting in your own way. Try to be, I want to say, easygoing with things, and don't be afraid to take a risk, to put yourself out there. But it's not about, you don't want to like put in the whole kit and caboodle type thing, right? We just want to check things out. We want to do a little bit of investigating before we fully invest ourselves into something, someone. Okay, so I hope that this has resonated, or at least some of it has resonated, Virgo. Visit my website, Kapualani.com, to dive into your own personal reading with a live reading or a pre-recorded reading. I am here for you for that. And again, I do encourage you to check out your other aspects, where that should resonate for you, or if that should be something that you're inclined to check out. Moon, rising, Venus, North Node, okay? And I feel like, and forgive me if I'm just being redundant, but thank you for those who've already subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed, and if this has resonated for you, please do consider subscribing. Give this video a like so that it gives me an idea, especially if I should continue to do more of these zodiac readings. But thank you so much for being here, Virgo. Till next time. All right, Libra. Let's see what the cards have in store for you. See here what is going on. What is your message from Spirit? What do you need to know? What are the energies currently like around you? We've got Strength and the Queen of Wands. So right away, we've got Leo energy for sure coming up, Libra. So if you've got Leo in your chart at all, I would encourage you maybe to look up the Leo reading. That may be very informative for you. Do keep in mind that this is a timeless general reading, so not everything may resonate, but take what resonates, leave the rest behind. So again, going back to the Strength card, the Queen of Wands with other fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, just in case. So you're having to sort of be strong right now and stand in your power. There are some things that maybe you are working on, or at least I want to say that whatever it is that you're looking to co-create and manifest, it may not be happening right here, right now, but you're at the beginning stages of it. All right. So don't give up. This may be a time that calls for you to sort of hunker down and stay committed to the path that you're on if you want the results that you're holding space for. Okay. But you are in a powerful position to start to breathe new life into something, if not continue to breathe life into the goals, into the dreams, into the things that you're wanting, whether it's a relationship, career-based, health-wise, whatever. This also tells me that this is, you could be feeling some things with personal power or security coming up. There could be things dealing with, going back and forth, like, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I project my energy? Should I put myself out there, or should I hold back? I don't know. And so this is where I feel, again, it's just being mindful that where you put your focus, where you take those consistent actions daily, or where you focus your energy, even if there isn't an action behind it, your chi, your life force is where it's going to develop. So, the more that you think on something or contemplate something or focus on a certain outcome, the more that you are likely to manifest that. So just be mindful of that, okay? And again, this may be just very telling that you're having to stay strong right now and hold back a little bit. Definitely, you're wanting to use your intuition before just jumping into something. You're wanting to be mindful of how your thoughts can shape your reality, how your thoughts do shape your future, okay? So just keep that in mind, Libra. But let's see what the challenges are right now, perhaps, or what may be challenging you. Off to the side, of course. Queen of Swords, so there's your air energy. So maybe your thoughts are getting in the way. Maybe you've been feeling very antsy or short-tempered about what to say and how to say it, what to do, how to do it. With this Queen of Swords energy, also like with these feminines coming through, I do feel like a need, like maybe you've been feeling self-protective. Maybe there have been some feelings of insecurity, doubting your own thoughts. And maybe you've been a little bit emotional about things that have been requiring you to be less emotional, detachment with the Queen of Swords, and vice versa. You want to make sure that even if you are having to detach from a situation, that you aren't just being totally cold and calculating about something. We want to find that balance. Sometimes, when you're in a difficult situation, and you just kind of, it's too hard, or people are very emotional, you kind of just, we cut ourselves off altogether. And so that's where you want to make sure that you're still holding a space of compassion and heart, okay? Even if right now things are not very clear, or even if you're not sure, where to place your focus. I feel like if you've been very imaginative, if you've been in your headspace a lot, that could be part of what's happening. So just ground yourself. And again, just remember, where attention flows, energy goes. I think that's what it was. I've been trying to like get that saying right. I think I said it in another reading here for another zodiac sign, and but I hope I'm getting that right. I think you get what I mean. But let's see what might be hidden from you right now, what you're not seeing. Libra, what is Libra not seeing, but what could you potentially be leaning into? Ooh, the Three of Swords. So I don't know if there's some disagreement, some unkind words, unkind thoughts, maybe feeling like you've been stabbed in the back a little bit, maybe feeling a little bit stuck. Now, I say this with the purpose and the intention of being healing about it. Your pain is your power, okay? Your pain is your power. If this comes to a relationship setting, or if it deals with others, try not to overlook any areas where you have felt slighted, where you have felt hurt. This isn't to say like, oh, if you've been hurt, if you felt betrayed, then I'm not saying that. I'm saying, we can be forgiving, but like, let's not be too quick in terms of forgetting what happened, because there can be times where we let things go, Libra, because we, just for the sake of maintaining peace, we could just let things go. We may not, maybe you're dealing with someone who's been very, for example, maybe they've been cold, maybe they've been hurtful with their words or their actions. And sometimes we just say, okay, I'm going to be the bigger person and forgive this and just look past it because I know they're going through a really hard time right now. Yeah, that can be what benefits you right now. But if you've been doing that, and you've been seeing and experiencing the same hurtful, harmful behaviors or words, that's where Spirit's saying, maybe just separate yourself, a little bit, and be forgiving, but let's try not to just dismiss and forget altogether. Now, this goes for you too, in terms of just anywhere that you've been unkind to your own self, or if you've been aware that, I've been a little bit cutting and unkind to others, right? This could be a time to repair things. This could be a time to heal things. This could be a time to mend and to be mindful of our words and our actions, okay? So let's get some advice with that being said. King of Pentacles, how you present yourself. Okay, so yeah, the King of Pentacles, it may benefit you to be aware of how you're presenting yourself right now. The King of Pentacles is telling you to focus on things from the ground up, focus on your goals, focus on your reality, relationships, whatever it is, from the ground up. Let's be practical about it. We're thinking about the future and the long term. So maybe someone has hurt you very deeply. Again, this is not about let's just forgive and forget here, but we're going to find the right way of sorting through this. We're going to find the most responsible way in a positive way of getting through this. Generally, I gotta say, the King of Pentacles can be very stoic and less verbal about saying how this person feels. So if you're dealing with someone, that's like that, maybe that's part of it. Maybe they'll just be like, oh no, yeah, we're good, we're fine. But it's like, maybe they're not totally fine. And so maybe it would benefit you to be a little bit softer. Now flow with that energy, because it could just be that you're needing that from another person, okay? And if that's the case, don't hesitate to bring that up in a conversation. If you're dealing with someone who maybe tends to hide their emotions or repress or suppress, emotions, that kind of a thing, or if you're doing that, it's not saying to all of a sudden just bust out and unleash. You could be having difficulty in figuring out how to say that. Again, it's just even through action with the King of Pentacles, it's showing up, because I get that physical aspect of it. But again, it's being mindful to your responsibilities and your duties from the ground up, and maybe approaching the situation from that perspective, okay? Finding a balance, finding your approach from that perspective. But let's get your outcome. Where is all of this leading up to for my Libras here? Got two cards. We got the Two of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Nine of Wands. Okay, so remember, you got the world in the palm of your hands. It's seeing things through step by step, taking it slow. Let's not rush. Let's not hurry. Let's be grounded, and let's keep the long-term future in mind when it comes to our actions. We want to just slow down. Okay, slow down is the biggest thing. Again, take it step by step. Where attention goes, energy flows. All right, so focus on the future that you're wanting to co-create and manifest. We are leaving past hurts behind. Okay, we are, but it's about doing it in a step-by-step way. Because remember, you may feel like, okay, I can forgive and forget, but like at some point, like you thought that you've forgiven and you've forgotten, but then maybe something happens and all of a sudden it's like, you know what I mean? So be aware of your emotions, be aware of whatever it is that's going on inside, so that you can be in control of your actions, that you can be in control of your temperament. And again, that may not be about you, it may be dealing with someone that you are dealing with. But with that earth energy, for example, Taurus, Capricorn, and oh my gosh, Virgo. So if those are energies around you, you know, possibly think about that. If that's another aspect in your chart, then I recommend you check out your other aspects. I recommend you check them out anyway, just for some deeper insights. But just try to avoid conflict where you can, or soften the delivery of something, soften your approach, whatever it is, you know. Yes, stand your ground, but it's like just take it step by step so as to not exhaust yourself. Okay, with that Nine of Wands here, it's a knowing. Okay, and it's that there's something that you are going to need to move through that may require you to persist. It may require you to stand your ground. And this may just be life in general, you know, feeling drained and worrying about your future or your bottom line. And maybe it's not about anyone or anything specifically, but it's just the overall look at things, you know, that can be it. So again, you know, the guidance here is pace yourself, see things from a higher perspective. Remember what your responsibilities are and how it will reflect on you. So before you go just off and doing something or being reactive or thinking, okay, blah, blah, remember how that all reflects back onto you, whether it's work, whether it's a love relationship, whether it deals with family, whether this deals with your health, you know, and getting too far ahead of yourself and just be like, oh gosh, I shouldn't have tried to do all that, you know, in one swoop. I should have just broken it down. Something like that, okay, Libra? But I do hope that this has helped. I hope that this has been informative and clarifying. Please do visit my website, Kapualani.com. If you would like to dive into a reading of your own, I am here for you through live sessions or pre-recorded sessions. But as I mentioned earlier, I believe I did, don't be afraid. Don't hesitate to check out your other aspects, especially your rising, your moon, maybe even your Venus and North Node. But thank you so much for being here. If you've already subscribed, Libra, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, I do encourage you, if this has resonated, to please subscribe so you can stay tuned to these readings and other readings that I offer, and give it a like or a comment, especially so that I know if I should be, you know, doing more of these. But at any rate, thanks again, Libra. I appreciate you. Till next time, take care.